Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to give you guys my review of Boruto chapter 62. Now, before I get to the actual review, let me just give you guys an apology for basically not being as active when it comes to Boruto as I usually am. So the reason why I didn't make any videos when it comes to these spoilers as I always do is because I wasn't here, and I'm back now, and I decided I'm just going to give you guys my review for the chapter, and then hopefully next month it'll be business as always. So with that out of the way, let's get to the actual review. Now, not a lot happens in this chapter. We do finally get to see Code and Kawaki meet up. They do start their fight, and I'm gonna go into detail about all of that. But first, I want to talk about Boruto because something did happen in this chapter that I really like, and I do have to give props to Kishimoto for doing this, and props to Boruto in a way for choosing to, in my opinion, make the right decision as opposed to the stupid decision. So Boruto goes downstairs and tells Naruto about what happened. Now, this is the thing that I was hoping he would do. I was hoping that he was actually going to do the responsible thing and let Naruto know what's going on, and by proxy let the village know what's going on, because he's right now thinking about Kawaki's safety as opposed to what he himself wants, because he talked about how in the previous chapter all this extra security is sort of getting on his nerves and it's keeping him from basically trying to live his life as he wants. But for now he chose to put that aside because he's thinking about Kawaki's safety and right now what's the right thing to do. So I do have to give him props for that, and also props to Kishimoto for not having Boruto do the stupid decision, which is just go after Kawaki himself and basically put himself in danger. So I did like that. So just wanted to mention that. And now Naruto knows, and now Ino knows, and Shikamaru knows, and Amado even knows. Now Amado specifically is, a lot of people have been saying that they are very suspicious of Amado, and rightly so. And in this chapter, he does do something that is a little bit interesting. For one thing, he was honestly a little bit surprised that Kawaki was able to get out. That to me tells me that it's possible that Amado may not know everything about the Otsutsuki. It's possible that Amado may not know that Kawaki, because he's 80% Otsutsuki, would be able to utilize a lot of the abilities of the Otsutsuki. Well, actually, maybe he knows that, or I think maybe he doesn't know exactly what the Otsutsuki could do. Like, for example, how they can completely basically mask their chakra signature and basically disappear. It's possible he didn't know that, because if he did, then he would have already let Naruto and the sensory team know about this, and that way they can account for that, so they don't just have sensory units monitoring their chakra. They would have people actually watching Kawaki with their own eyes, because if they're only relying on their senses in their ability to sense chakra, then well, that ability to mask your chakra is a way to get around that. So that to me is just very interesting. Now maybe I'm wrong, maybe Amado did know and purposefully didn't tell Naruto and the others, so that way Code or Kawaki could get out and meet Code, because maybe he had an idea as to what Kawaki might do because of how much he has basically started looking up to Naruto, and he knows that Naruto really cares about the village and her people, so he is willing to put his life on the line in order to protect the village, even though he himself may not care all that much about the village itself, but he does care about Naruto. So in a way, he will do what it takes to protect the village, which is in a way a lot like Sasuke. Sasuke is someone who you could say maybe doesn't really care about the village all that much. The only thing that he cares about is, of course, Sakura and his daughter, and then, of course, Naruto is his friend, and Naruto cares about the village, so he is willing to lay his life down on the line for the Leaf Village, and of course, because of Itachi, and he's trying to honor Itachi's memory, who was willing to die if it meant the protection of the Leaf Village. So, with all of that out of the way, let's get to Code and Kawaki. Now, some very interesting things do get mentioned in this chapter. Very interesting things. So we see a fight between Code and Kawaki, and Kawaki is basically getting his ass kicked. Like, yeah, Kawaki stands no chance against fighting Code, and I think we all kind of already expected that. And Kawaki, when it comes to his plan, I'm gonna try to reserve judgment, because in a way it feels honestly kind of stupid, because Kawaki should know about Code. He knows how Code feels about Ishiki. Shouldn't he have known that Ishiki, or excuse me, Code wouldn't stop at anything to get back at the people who took Ishiki from him because of how much Code looked up to him. It just seems to me a little bit weird. And again, I respect what he's trying to do. I do, putting his life on the line to protect Konoha and her people. I get that, but at the same time, to me, it just seems a little bit stupid. I mean, hell, even Code mentions how stupid it is. He would have been a lot safer in the village, but I don't know. I mean, maybe Kawaki isn't operating off logic at this moment. Maybe he's just letting his emotions take over. So now, Code does mention something that I think is very, very interesting, and it does play into a theory that I've had about that scene that we saw at the beginning of the manga, chapter one of the manga, where you see that flash forward, where you see the village destroyed, and you see Kawaki and Boruto fighting on the Hokage stone faces. Code basically talks about how he's going to go forward with the Otsutsuki's plan to plant the divine tree and then, of course, getting the chakra fruit. Now, when that happens, they mention how everyone is going to die on this world. And he basically tells Kawaki that even if I decided to listen to you and leave Konoha alone, they're still going to die because of the divine tree. And to me, it plays into what I think of Kawaki's plan and how stupid it is, because again, he should have known this. It just seems a little bit weird to me. Anyway, Code mentions something that to me that's very, very interesting. He talks about how unless you're in another dimension, you're not going to be safe from the divine tree basically absorbing your chakra and then making the chakra fruit. Now, when he said that, I thought about the flash forward that we saw where he said, "I'm going to send you where I sent the seventh." I'm wondering if, because we know Kawaki gets the karma mark, and the karma mark does give you access to Otsutsuki level or Otsutsuki specific techniques with like opening portals to other dimensions. I can't help but wonder if maybe that's what happened to Naruto, where instead of killing him, he decided to send him to another dimension in order to keep him safe, because maybe at some point the divine tree did get planted and now it's sucking up all the chakra from the ground and all its people, on all over the world. And in order to keep Naruto safe, he sent him to another dimension, and now he wants to do the same thing to Boruto, to where he sends him there with, of course, with Naruto, but Boruto, of course, probably didn't want to go along with it, and now they're fighting. And maybe that's what happened to the leaf, where it's not so much that Kawaki or anyone else destroyed it, you're just seeing a result of the divine tree and all the destruction that it caused. But anyway, that's just my theory. Let me know yours, of course, whether you agree with that or not. And then by the end, Kawaki is about to be taken by Code through the claw marks, and then get taken to Ada, and then Boruto shows up. Now, to me, I did think it was a little bit convenient that he was able to show up right then and there. Just little bit convenient. But yeah, Boruto stops him, and Boruto's whole plan is that, okay, so they may not be able to sense Kawaki's chakra because he's hiding it, but they can sense mine. And so he's going to use that as a way to basically lure people to their location. Now, whether or not that's going to be Naruto or anyone else, or maybe, who knows, maybe even Sasuke is going to show up. We'll have to wait and see until next chapter. But anyway, that's the chapter, guys. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Overall, I thought it was an okay chapter. It was okay. Again, when it comes to Kawaki's plan, I'm reserving judgment. I hope that there's actually more to his plan than just this, because to me it seems really, really stupid. But anyway, hope to see you guys for the next chapter, which should be out next month. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and or listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe. Bye for now.